Good morning, friends. So, before I start today's news, let me invite you for a masterclass which I am going to conduct today evening. Actually, I am conducting every twice a week. So, that is on the topic how to compound your money to achieve your financial freedom. So, that's a very important topic and do attend it if possible. Click link is given below. You can click it and attend it. And it's a free registration. So, let us start with the today's news. Today's news, first top news is that India is planning to double its import from Russia because they are getting, as you know, that very cheap oil from Russia, maybe around 72, $73, which is almost 30% over from the top, correct? At least the current price, which is currently prevailing around $122 or around 121. So this is why India is importing from the Russia. Now they are actually Reliance, Hindustan Petroleum, then Oil India. Each and every company is thinking about doing it because Indian Oil Corporation, Hindustan Petroleum, Bharat Petroleum, all these companies are paying a lot to import a highly pricey oil from Middle East and everything. So they are also looking for a cheap resource, and Russia is one of the resource. And they will be sitting on a good gain if they really able to import from Russia. Talking about who will the best beneficiary, I think Reliance will be because Reliance has a complex refinery and they can take a more benefit of cheap Russian oil. So you can look at Reliance from here. That is a, if you see from last 1 or 2 months, no, actually Reliance is doing quite well as a stock. Now India is planning to import more than 740,000 barrel a day. Correct. Now 740,000 barrel. If you see the year ago, it was 34,000 barrel. In April, it was around 284,000 barrel. Correct. So now it is around 740,000 barrels. So you can see how much import we are. Our import is increased so much from Russia. And actually, it will become now, I think, 20% of total import which India is doing from other part of the world. Now, this is where India is also facing some trouble from the Europe side and US side because they are telling that why you guys are importing so much from Russia. Actually, these guys are banning Russia for oil, but we are actually importing. But we have made our stand very clear that we are seeing our self interest and nation interest, and our foreign minister, Mr. Jay Shankar, has already, in various forum, already bluntly told that that India should see these own interests and not go with the what West world wants to do to the Russia. Correct? Because no, they actually what US and Europe is thinking that they dominate the world and they rule the world, and this is how world should behave. But India yet made it very clear that they are not going to bow down against any no force from Russia, from Europe or US, that they should follow their own steps. Because you understand, even US has used their own shale oil. Correct? They have oil in their backyard. They don't have to worry about Russian oil. Europe has its own issue because Ukraine was near to Russia and one of the largest, what was in Europe also and Russia also, and it was in between, and again one of the largest country in Europe. So they are have their own problems. Actually, India do not have that type of problems, and India, of course, want to. We want to see basically our self interest because we also want to feed our people. So it's good that we are not going down against their demand. Now, again, talking about that rate, because of oil, there is increase, oil price increase. There is an more than 95% just that today monetary policy which RBI is going to conduct today. They may increase the rate by almost 50 BPS point. And there is a chance that next month also they may increase by 50 BPS point because inflation is on almost 7.79%. Now that is on a much more higher side. Correct. And actually, RBI always wanted to keep inflation between 2 to 6%. However, medium term actually they have a target of keeping under 4%. Now, if you take it 8%, then it is almost double to it. Correct. So that's why there is no doubt that today RBI may increase the rate again. And but main thing is they want to, everyone wants to see what is the commentary of RBI monetary policy. how dovish they are. Because now at the end of that will determine how fast they are going to increase it in coming future. Inflation is expected to be around 7.5 to 8% in near term. After that, it may cool off to 6.5%. And by financial 23, maybe below 6% also. So this is what estimates are, but we don't know what will happen. The problem is oil is still at $121 barrel. That is on a higher side. That's why we are also importing more from Russia. So you can see how everything is connected to each other. And if you can go import more oil from Russia now, we'll be benefited and we will able to control our inflation. That is the most important thing now. Now all the rate sensitive stocks like financial service, real estate, NBFC, correct, consumer electronics and all that, they will be impacted by today's decision. So we have to keep a close eye what RBI Shashikant Das is going to tell about Indian economy and also the road ahead for the rate increase. Now talking about the world market. World market currently actually was up yesterday. That is Dow Jones up by almost 264 points and Nasdaq was up by around 113 points. Because some of the technology and energy stocks were up, even Apple was up because of its recent software launch. Now exact Nifty is showing 80 points up. So hopefully we may see green when we start. But let's see whether we are able to actually keep the gain in check or not. Because normally it goes up in the start, then it goes down. So that is the reason we have to see what we are going to do in the second half of the market. Now, talking about PB in fintech, its CEO Yashish Dahiya has offered almost 0.8% equity in the stake of PB in fintech. So, PB fintech is controlling Policy Bazaar and Paisa Bazaar. Now, this is a big actually stake sale, and the problem is no with this stake sale is that no when the promoter starts selling it, then it create a problem in the market. Why they are selling and what promoter knows and we don't know. Correct. That's why the stock was under pressure yesterday. And you know that the problem with now policy bill and all that now IRDA has given a recommendation that they should set up a insurance section. What is insurance section? Insurance section is like no our stock action like BSC and NSE where you can buy and sell policy through market only. Through market means through platform. Now this is a big thing if it happens because this will put a complete structure of PB policy in problem because no they are based on commissions. Even the all the intermediaries, so many LIC agent and insurance agents are there. If this really exchange come, no, then their commissions are in a big problem. There may be no commission. Now, why IRDA is doing this? The IRDA thinks that one should curtail the intermediary commission and so the end user gets the benefit. That is the sole reason why IRDA is doing it. And see, it is bound to happen over the years. We have seen the reforms do come in every sector. We just have to see whether this reform does not violate the complete structure, complete workable structure of any company. Now, if this really thing is going to happen, then we have to be careful while investing PB in fintech and all that because policy bazaar and all that will then main business will be in a core business will be in a problem. Also, being an insurance agent, you have if you are an insurance agent, you have to think about this because this is if it comes, I don't know when, 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, or it may take 4 years. But whenever it comes, then it puts a big risk. Like the way in you can say that stock market, this brokerage house, no, the day the discount brokers came into picture, no, suddenly the traditional brokers are losing lot of clients and money also. So that is the thing you have to keep in mind. Now talking about FI and DIA net inflow and outflow, FI sold around 2294 crores and DIA as usual bought around 1311 crores. Now the government is in a talk like taking that insurance thing ahead. And the government is in discussion. The insurance regulator should relax minimum capital requirement of 100 crores. Okay, so if this happens, then more firms may come into insurance market. Okay, to show, because you know that insurance market is a long way to go. Still, we are almost 7 to 8% basically penetration in insurance sector. Okay, so if there is a scope of lot many insurance company, and that's why I am also very much bullish in insurance and general insurance. That's why I always recommend my clients for HDFC Life or ICICI Life or even SBI Life. All three these companies are quite good. Even see, the thing is now insurance have such a large scope to go here that you cannot go wrong. Correct. And again, if this what regulator told that there should be exchange insurance, then these guys, HDFC and all that will be much more beneficial. Okay, will be beneficial because of that. Because at the end of the day, if the commissions got cut, it directly add to the profitability of the company, and eventually they can give more return to the end consumer also, because through like more interest rate and all that, correct, more profit sharing. So this is what government is thinking about. Now power shortage is continuing across the India, and it may continue for medium to long term. The reason is simple, that actually India power sector is not able to cope up with the demand over the years. If you see from last 10 years, from financial year 10 to financial 19, also the power demand has grown by almost 4% every year. However, the capacity expansion by the power companies is done by only 9% in these 9 years. So that shows such a big gap is there. That's why all these power stocks like Tata Power and all that are in quite demand. Because now, as the economy is going back, there is a demand. However, you don't have resources to fulfill the demand. So as a result, this scarcity is happening again. Coal is in shortage. Even though coal, India company has increased their production all that, but then also there is a shortage. That's why company has to import coal from Russia and any more countries also. So that is why a power shortage is going to be there. Now, retail sales for automobiles is almost twice the price in last month actually. The reason was simple, that after the COVID crisis, there is a pent up demand. Even the marriage season was there, and economic activities again came back. So that's why there is a pent up demand coming in the automobiles. In automobiles, seeing at the numbers, the volume data, only Bajaj Auto where volume was down in May. However, all the companies performed very well. It shows that yes, automobile sector is getting up. I think from last after 4 and 5 years, and my favorite picks in automobiles is Tata Motors, M&M, and Ashok Leyland, that you can think of, and you will get not more but 10 to 15% upside from here also, because from last 1 month automobile sector has gone up because of the excise duty cut in petrol and diesel. Also, still export was levied by the government. Now, Finance Ministry is releasing the third monthly installment of around 7,183 crores to 14 states. Almost more than 81,000 crore deficit was there, and which government had to transfer to the state, which they are now starting for the third installment also. See, all this transfer gives a good benefit to the state, because they can devote this fund to their main agenda and main capital expenditure. Correct. So hopefully, as soon as the central is able to pass on this, basically this installment, it is beneficial to the state. Now, this time, as I told you earlier, that fiscal deficit, there is inflation, and so do check IBI policy today. It will be a big indication for today market. And guys, as I told you earlier also, today I'm going to conduct a workshop. So do attend it. It's a free. So it will show you how to compound your money. Correct. And subscribe to my channel. Like this video. I see you soon tomorrow. Thank you.